Hello, friends. Glenda Mollett here. Welcome to my craft room. It is Saturday, January the 4th, and today I am going to introduce you to these close to my heart. Nope. Stampin' Up! Workshop kits. As soon as I can find myself, it says I'm live, but I can't see it. There we go. Oh, but now I haven't got it shared. Oh, good Lord, love a duck. Come on, Facebook, be nice. I want to get this shared into my VIP group because I want them to be able to see it too. So I started scrapbooking a year ago. January 2024 was my very first scrapbook class. And we had one a month, January, February, March, April, and May. And then we started again in September. We took June, July, and August off because the ladies that were scrapbooking with me, two of them got jobs and they had life interfere. And then life got busy for the third one. And, it was summer, so we just took the time off. And in the meantime, Close to My Heart closed down, and Stampin' Up! Generously offered to take their makers under their wings and provide continuance to their businesses because they're like us. We have card making and some of us have scrapbooking. They had scrapbooking, and when Close to My Heart closed, their businesses ceased. So Stampin' Up! Bought a bunch of products from Close to My Heart, brought the makers over, and helped them continue their business, which I thought was amazing. And they didn't buy continuing products. They had to make their own. So in 3 months, Stampin' Up! Made an entire product line. They designed it, they got it manufactured, and they made it available for us to purchase. Well, not us. They made it available to the former Close to My Heart makers to purchase to help them continue on with their business. Then we were allowed to order it as well. So there was 4 kits released. There was a Halloween one, a fall one, a Halloween one, 2 Christmas ones. And I got them all. And that was September, October, November, and December classes. Hello, Tracy. And we had so much fun. So we're continuing on. This month, we're doing my Christmas mini album tomorrow. So we're not doing one of these kits because we've already used the 4 that are available. But starting on Tuesday, there is a whole new scrapbooking brochure coming out. And I didn't add it up, but there's got to be 5 or 6 new scrapbooking kits coming out on Thursday. And I can't show you the brochure because Stampin' Up! Told us not to share it until the 7th. But I've already got my list of what I want to order from that so we can continue on doing these classes. So they happen once a month in my studio on a Sunday morning. And that's the in-person one. And I am quite happy to start a virtual one if there is anybody out there that wants to scrapbook with us. You don't need to have pictures. So scrapbooking is done 2 ways. One, you have a picture and you scrapbook a page around that picture. Number 2 is you create the page and then you find the picture to match. Some like it one way, some like it the other way. I never thought of myself as a scrapbooker. I'm a tried and true card maker. That's what makes my heart happy. And I tried to scrapbook a couple of times. Yes, the tiny screen is showing my desktop. Yep, I'll flip it in a sec. I tried to scrapbook when the grandchildren were born, and it took me forever to do a page. So I kind of let it go. But then when we bought our cabin back in Powell River, I scrapbooked the process. Sorry, I'm getting warm. I scrapbooked the process of our renovations. But that was the page or the pocket scrapbooking. You have a thing and you put, anyways, it wasn't this kind. But when we were rearranging my scrapbooking section on the weekend, when did we do it? I guess it was just before New Year's. I discovered I've got a whole bunch of scrapbook pages up there that I completely forgot that I had. Some of them have pictures and some of them don't. So my next inspiration, because that's my word of the year, inspiration or inspire, is going to be to get pictures in those pages so I can share them with the family. I even found 2 books I made, one for each of our kids, that is full of scrapbook pages. Who knew? Not me. Okay, enough nattering. It's been a while. So here, the kit that I have to show you tonight is the reindeer memory one. And I've made this already, and I've done a class on this, but I had an extra kit. And I thought, well, why not introduce you guys to the entire kit and show you how to make it step by step. So I do have pictures in my pages. So you get 6 pages. There is 3 2-page spreads. So a 2-page spread is one that goes like this, and it's continuation. It always bothers me in a scrapbook because when you do your continuation pages, you have them like this, right? So this is the beginning of your scrapbook. So now I have to get myself trained or inspired to create a title page once I get going on this. So this was Christmas last year. We were in Quesnel for Blake's birthday at the beginning of the month. And then we spent Christmas here in town with our local family. So let me move this. So this first part is Quesnel for Blake's birthday. And then Port Alberni for Christmas is at the back. So it has some pictures. I haven't done any journaling. I've told myself this is where I'm going to journal. See? Yeah, I'm good. I'm bad at words. I'm good at putting things together, bad at words. Oh, apparently my little corner fell off of that one. There they are. Hang on. I got some corners. So if you don't like attaching your pictures permanently to your pages, you can buy these photo corners and use them. They're really cool. I've had these for a long time. I found them in my stash. So you just put them on the corner of your photo on each of the 4 corners, and it holds your pictures right onto your page. So you don't have to glue them down, because some glues are not archival or acid free. And do you remember those photo albums we used to have? They called them magnetic, and they had all that sticky stuff on there. Well, eventually that sticky stuff glue would go right through to your photos because it wasn't archival or acid free. So this way you'd know that there's no adhesive on the back of that. So there's the first page, and I'm going to make some pages with you. We'll see how much we get done. And then this is the second double spreadsheet, and everything you see on these pages, except for the photos, comes in the kit. So once you get everything cut out, it's just like assembly. That's all it is. See, we had snow last year when we went up there. We went up into the mountains and found snow. This year, there was no snow. And then this is the last. So that was all. Those 3 pages were all birthday in Quesnel at the beginning of the month. And then I started with the local family. We had dinner at my house. We had breakfast at our son's house. That is our tradition. That's what my fireplace looked like last year. And then these are the last 2 pages. We had New Year's at our son's place. Ted got a pair of socks that says "Cool Ass Grandpa." I don't think he's ever worn them. And then that's the hat that I crocheted for our daughter-in-law. It's a octopus. And then there's my son and I. So it's a really cool way to have memories of great family moments. And then of course you're supposed to be journaling. So there's places all over to journal. I have not journaled yet. I'm bad. But when you get the kit, it comes with these instruction pages, and it tells you how to cut everything, because everything comes 12 by 12. All the papers come 12 by 12. So they show you the paper, they show you the orientation of your paper, side 1 and side 2, and then it tells you what to cut. And then where the scissors are is your first cut. So that's where you start. Now, I've already cut all my pieces up for this kit because I wanted to be all ready, but I've got a piece of 12 by 12 paper, and I'm going to cut it with you. And we're going to pretend that it's this sheet, because this one has the most. And then it goes into the cardstock, all the different colors. There's vanilla and garden green and real red and white. And then we have the pages and how to put the pages together. This one was a little tricky to get done, but we did it. We persevered. So it tells you, create the woven corner on the left page, adhere the bottom of 1L, 1J, 1G, and 1I, 1J, 1G, and 1L to the bottom of 1A. I looked at that and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to get so confused. But I devised a method of figuring out what my pieces are, and I will share that with you. So this is all the leftover stuff I had after I prepped the kit the way they wanted me to. So you don't get only enough to make the pages, you actually get spare stuff. Then you can make other pages with it, or you can make cards with it. There's the green cardstock, there's the red. This is two-tone stuff too. So you get light on one side and dark on the other. And then you get designer paper. So some of them are double-paged or double-sided, just like our regular designer paper. And this one is the same pattern that's in our Reindeer Days designer paper. And it's double-sided as well. And then some of them are specialty papers, and they only have printing on one side. That's just a piece of white. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it according to the recipe. And then you also get a sheet of die cuts and a sheet of stickers. And I'm going to show you a really cool way, if you're not ready to put photos on your page yet, I'm going to show you a really cool way to add your stickers but not stick them down. Does that make sense? I've learned a lot in my little scrapbooking journey here. Okay, and then along with that, this one has this set of die cuts, and you also get all of these pieces to tell you where to put your photos. So on the front of the booklet, down here at the bottom, it tells you gather 13 photos. You want 3x3s, 3x4s, 3x4s, portrait, landscape, and 4x6 landscape. So it tells you what photos you need to complete the pages. Now, some of them I've gone rogue and not put that size on. I've done my own thing, but it's okay. So you get all of these little placeholders. They're called photo placeholders, and you can put them on there to tell yourself what size your photo needs to be if you're not putting your photos in right away. Okay. And then they told us to cut 3 strips for journaling, and these are just to use wherever you want. And that's just white cardstock cut at 1/2 inch by 12 inches. Okay. So let me show you the method that I came up with. So I put everything in plastic 12 by 12s. These are just leftover from our designer papers. And sometimes I have the cards or the cardboard still in them, and sometimes I don't. So these are all pieces that this booklet has had me cut to make these 2 pages. So if you look at the very first one, this sheet of designer paper, there's a 2, and there's a 1, and there's a 1, and then you go over here, and there's a 1, and a 1, and a 3, and a 2. So it can get very confusing. So what I did was I took Post-it flags and I put on there 3A, 3B, and it goes right up to 3U. So whatever kit I was doing at that time, there was a lot of number 3 pieces in there. And because they are just Post-it flags, you can just, if you do one that only goes to G, and the next time you do kits and it goes to J, then you just get 2 more and add them in. And then you just put them right onto the pieces as you cut them, so you know what page they are and what number. So when you go over to the instructions that tell you to use 1I, 1J, 1G, then you know that these pieces are in here some. There's 1G, there's 1I, there's 1J. So it's really easy just to go into your page kit and pick out your pieces. Okay, so now let me show you how to cut these things, now that I've showed you what I do with them when I cut them. Now you're going to have to use your imagination and pretend that this sheet looks like this sheet, because I don't have any more of that. I have a piece, but it's not big enough to do, because anything that's not grayed out is leftovers. Okay, so pretend that this one is this one. So they want you, this particular one, this doesn't have a pattern. This side had a pattern. Let me just grab a piece of it, if I can find it. There it is. So this is that sheet after the leftover piece. So this has a bit of a pattern direction to it. This side does not. So you just watch and see which way your pattern is supposed to go before you start cutting. So pretend this is that. Okay. I know it's going to be confusing, but it's the only way I can figure out how to do it. So I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to open the arm, because, well, maybe I'm going to open the arm. There it goes. It's 12 inches and this only goes up to 6. All right, so I'm going to take my 12 by 12 sheet and I want it oriented so it's going this way. And then I'm going to put it in, and the first cut I need to make is for 2F, and that is going to be 2 3/4 by 11.5. So the first thing you do is cut the 2 3/4 inch piece. So we'll just put this in here and give it a slice at 2 3/4. And then turn it around this way and cut it at 11.5. And then if you look at the diagram, that little piece you're not using. So you can save that for something else, or you can throw it away. And there we have 2F. Now, where did I put my bag? Okay, let's see if I get my number 2's out here. And I'm going to go through here till I find 2F. And these are reusable. I've been using these for the past 4 kits, and so they're still working. And I put my 2F on there. So I know when I go to make page 2, I can look for 2F. So then what I do to start is I look at the front pages, and they show you that what the background is. So I take the big 12 by 12 sheet. So in this case, it's Granny Apple Green, like that. And I put these together and I lay them in a pile. And then I go here and I get the Pool Party ones and I lay them in a pile. And then I get the red designer paper ones and I put them in a pile behind me, so that I just take this and put it on the Pool Party pile, which is page number 2. Does that make sense? Are you guys getting what I'm putting down? Okay, so there's cutting number 1. Now the second cut, we're going to cut 3/4 by 11 for 1F and 2B. Now you'll see there's an asterisk after 2B. So if you go down here to look, the asterisk means the back. So 2F is also the back side. So when I cut that, it should have gone on that side like that. So now I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch each. So if I have this here, that is 9 1/4. So I need 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to go back to 8 1/2 and cut 1. And then I'm going to go back to 7 3/4 and we'll cut another piece. So now we have those 2. One is this way and one is this way. This one is going to be 1F and this one is going to be 2B. And then the next, I have to cut them down to 11 inches. So you don't cut the 12 by 12 down to 11 inches. You wait till you have these cut. Then you cut these down to 11 inches. So these are going to go on here at 11 inches. Oops, better do them separately. I was going to try and do them together, but it's not going to work. Okay, I'll just trim off that 1 inch at the bottom for that one, and then trim off 1 inch at the bottom for this one. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's going to get one of those kits. I want to get into scrapbooking again. This is definitely the way to get. Oh, it's fun. And I love the fact that they're so easy to use. Okay, so my next cut is for 2C, and that is going to be 1 3/4 by 11. So I'm going to cut 1 3/4. Oops, come on, sit in there properly. 1 3/4, and then flip it, and I'm going to cut this down to 11. And it's going to go on this side, and I'm going to get my 2C and put 2C on there. And then the next one you're going to cut is for 1L, and it's 3/4 by 10 1/2. All right, so 3/4 by 10 1/2. So these strips are going to build that that woven piece that's on the front. And then that's going to be this side, and it's going to be 1L. And then we have one more cut on this sheet, and that is for 2E, and it's going to be 4 1/2 by 9 3/4. So line this up at 4 1/2. Then you have this strip left over, which is what I'm supposed to have. Yay, I did it right. And then I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to cut this at 9 3/4. So there's the extra piece that shows down there. And this is going to be 2E on that side because it doesn't have an asterisk on it. So does that make sense for the cutting? And then putting all my little tags on there. So when I'm ready to do my page, then it's really easy. And I will show you that right now because we're going to start page 1 and 2. So tonight I've got a half an hour left. I don't want to go too much past an hour, but I thought I would put together at least 2 pages with you. And then in 2 weeks, because next Saturday is my catalog launch, so I can't do it next Saturday. But in 2 weeks, I'll do the rest of the pages with you. Oh, good. Sorry, my nose is running. Oh. I either sneeze or my nose runs or something happens. All right, let's get my sleeves rolled up here because now we're getting into the nitty gritty of this. So you'll see all of my pieces with all of the tags on them. Now we're going to skip all of these pages because this has all the cutting guides for all of the pieces that you need and all the cardstock you need. So here's a piece of willow white that has 1 N. And that's what this piece is. So now we're going to go here and we're going to start to assemble this page. And it says to match your photo, but I'm not going to match. Well, I have a photo. I don't know whether I'll put it on there or not. But that's what this piece is here. Apparently my number fell off. There it is. You have to be careful with these because they do fall off. So this is 2-tone cardstock. So it's dark on one side and light on the other. Can you tell the difference there? There's not much of a difference in garden green. But these, when I do the class in my studio, I collect those as the ladies use them. And that way I have them to use for the next time. So here's a cool picture. Let's use this picture. This one I will mat onto here. So this is a picture. My granddaughter was tasked to put the star on the top of the tree, and I tried to help her, but of course I was way too short, so it didn't work. But that's what that's going to be. And then it says prepare journaling and adhere to 1P. So down here you look and you find 1P. I don't have a clue where 1P is. Oh, it's on this side there. Remember those strips I showed you? You can print them on your printer and then cut them out if you want. So the part up here is prepare for both pages. And then if you look down here, we're assembling this page now. So this tells you what all your pieces are. This shows you what the page looks like. So let's get. So they want us to take one of these 1M. Want one of these pages. So this one is going to eventually layer onto here like this, right up against the right-hand side. But they want us to do this first. And I thought, well, why can't I put it on there? But do it the way they show you because there is a reason. And the reason is you don't have to cut these down if you don't want to. If you don't want to cut the length, just cut the width, then you can put them all on and then cut them afterwards. Okay, so I am going to create the woven corner on the left page, which is here. It says left page up. You can't see it, but it says left page up there in the top. Adhere the bottom of 1L. So one L, or sorry, one I is the red cardstock. Let me just grab all these pieces and put them on the table. Okay, so I have all of these strips. There's one I. Well, how come that doesn't go all the way to the top? Did I cut that wrong? Interesting. Oh, that's just bizarre. It's okay because it's going to be covered up there anyways. So I'm going to find my adhesive. And I'm going to put, now what, I'm going to go back to the red because I want to see if I'm supposed to be using the dark or the light. One I is the light side. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive on the dark side. Oops. And I'm going to attach it down here to the bottom. And you want to be, let's see, where's that page? This is the most difficult page of all of the scrapbook pages out of these kits that I made. So I'm about a half an inch over. So there's the page that my original page. So I use my grid paper a lot doing this. So there we go. I'm going to go about a half an inch over. Now this one's going to be too short, but that's okay. I'm going to fix that because it's covered and I'm going to cut it halfway. So you put it on there like that. And then 1J, which is right here. So you put adhesive on the bottom here. And then you want to go up about 1/8 of an inch over. Like that. And these are not, did I not cut this to the right side? Oh, you know why? I've got this page going the wrong way. I've got to pull this up. Because this is supposed to go this way. Because the long ones go here. The short ones go here. Yep. I didn't say I was professional at this. I just enjoy it. Okay, let's try this again. Put this on here. I'm going to go about a half an inch over. Look, it fits. What a novel idea when you do things right. It actually works. Okay, and then we're going to put this one on like that. And then we want 1G, which is green. And I've put there's the dark side and the light side. And I've put the sticker on the light side, which means that's the side we're supposed to use. And we're going to do that right along there. And then L. And 1L is this piece of designer paper. So who out there has done these kits? Have you given them a try yet? I know Kathy said she wants to do it, wants to get into doing it. Okay, so now we have all of those. And then we're going to weave E, F, K, and H this way through them, doing the same thing. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is H. No, E. I want E. because I want to have a place to start, and you want to start about a 1/2 inch down. So I'm going to take my tag off there, get some adhesive on the bottom, start about a 1/2 inch over. And then this is going to go under, over, under, like that. And then the next one is F, which is designer paper. Adhesive on there. Now you can use multi-purpose glue if you want. And then it's going to go the opposite way, like that. So you're just weaving. I'm hoping you guys can see. I did move my camera up a bit so you would see it. And then K, so this is K, and we're going to use the dark side this time. And you're going to weave it like you did the first one. I don't have any 12 by 12 binders for my pages yet. I'm just keeping them in a pocket, a 12 by 12 pocket. But Stampin' Up has told us that in the annual catalog coming in May, there will be 12 by 12 albums. So I'm eagerly awaiting that. And then the final one is H. Whoops. Some adhesive on H. And weave it like we did the second one. Under, over, under. Like that. And line that up. There we go. Now, all we have to do is go underneath here and put adhesive so that those stick down. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue because it's easier to add multi-purpose glue in behind something than it is to put my Stampin' Seal back there. Whoops. And one last one here. Then turn this way and do the same thing with the ends. Now I didn't get mine exactly centered on here. I should have had them down a little bit further, but it's okay. Oops, put too much glue in there. Oh, well. But once you get all the cutting done, that's the difficult part. The rest of it is easy. Come on. Lift up because I didn't get you tight enough. Perfect. And then one final little piece right there. Now, you don't have to use as much adhesive on scrapbook pages as you do on cards because you put them in protective sleeves and there's no stress on them, which is cool. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm not worried. This is buckling a bit, but I'm not worried about that because this is going to go over top of that anyways. Now, it says adhere D, B, C, 1, and M. These pieces. I'm going, oops. We have a B and a C and a D. And then a picture is going to go in the fourth place. So there's a piece of white. Apparently I didn't cut. Oh, there it is. No, I cut it. No, I didn't. Apparently I missed cutting one piece of white. Or they missed telling me I need to cut one piece of white. Good, it wasn't me. But that's okay. We'll get this page together. So now we'll put this. I don't know why that's buckling. Come on. Move over a bit. There. Okay, let's put this right onto our card base, our scrapbook page now. So Kathy, do you know which kit you're going to start with? Are you going to get one of the existing ones, or are you going to get one of the new ones? Where did I put my green? Now, it's on the dark side. And this is going to go this way, because it's up against here on the right-hand side. So if I use my grid paper, then I'll be able to center this. So it's going to be 3/4 of an inch from top, 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, right up against that line. And there we go. We've got it mounted on our page. Now I did see some glue. Don't put glue adhesive on your pieces when they're sitting on top of your scrapbook page. Just saying. Okay, this is going to go here, B and C and D. These are going to kind of center in here. And then the white piece that they neglected to tell me to cut, which is going to have the 3x3 photo on it, like that. And then this piece is going to go like that. And that's where your big photo goes. Okay, so let's take these off. Kathy's going to get the Snowy Days existing one, and then I will get new ones as well, because they look gorgeous. The Snowy Days is cute. Yes, we did that one too. We did them all, and the ladies loved them. Okay, so now this is where if you're OCD like me, this is where it gets difficult, because I like things equal, and I usually get my my ruler out. So I have this ruler, which is for quilting, and what I usually, it's a 1/2 inch, right? Yeah, 1/2 inch up and 3/8 of an inch over. So what I usually do is put my ruler on here, 1/2 inch up, and then I count over 3/8 of an inch. And I put that on there. 3/8 of an inch. I think I'll put it over 1/2 inch. Just don't push it down all the way, because then if you have to lift it up again, you can. But watching you, I may need to get this one too. Well, you know, you're like me, you have more than one Christmas to scrapbook, right? Now, if you're not OCD, you don't have to do this part. And then I go up here and I do the same thing. So I'll put this one on, and then I'm not going to put the other one on because I didn't cut it, because apparently they didn't tell me to cut it. Okay, so this one is going to go right 1/2 inch up from that one, right in the same line, and that will give me a 1/2 inch at the top. And then this one, I'm just going to use some temporary. So this is Fuse temporary, and I'm going to put this in there because I'll cut that piece that I didn't cut in a bit when I'm done here. I'm not going to take the time to do it, but that'll tell me where that needs to go. And then this one, I don't know whether they said to use the dark or the light, but I'm going to use the dark because I like matting my photos on dark cardstock. There we are. Now this is going to go up. Hi, Wendy. That's going to go up about 1 inch and 3/8. Which was that from? Yeah, 1 inch and 3. No, it's 1 1/4 inches up from the bottom of the white. So 1 1/4 inches up. Get that lined up there on the edge. And this is going to go here, just over about 1/4 inch from the edge there. Whoops, let's make it straight. There we are. And then, of course, the picture I chose is going the wrong way. There's one of Ted and Blake in Denny's. Before we left, I asked the kids what, I'm looking for my pokey thing, there it is, what their favorite thing was that we did while we were up there. And Blake's favorite thing was going to Denny's for breakfast. So I was glad that I had taken the pictures of us in Denny's having breakfast. So then I just take my corners, my photo corners, put them on. And then if I decide that I want a different picture in there, then all I have to do is pull it out, and it's not attached permanently to the scrapbook page. There we go. All right. Now, got all that done. Now I want the enjoy the season. Where did I put that stuff? Uh-oh. There it is. Get the stickers and the stuff out. So I want to enjoy the season. This very big, huge one. See, it's all done for you. All you have to do is stick it on there. Enjoy the season. And then this is a sticker. So I'm going to show you what I do so that this one I want, that's the photo I wanted. So I attached it right to the photo. Now the adhesive in this kit that you get on these stickers is archival and linen and free. So you can stick them right to your pictures. But I'm going to show you, if you're not sure what page or what picture you're going to put in there, what you can do so that you can change the picture or add your picture in afterwards. So you just cut this. So these are stickers. They have the page on the back. So if you pull these off, then they're sticky, right? So they've got the liner on them. So all I do is decide where I'm going to put this. So this will go up here. I'll get some adhesive on it in a sec. And it's going to go right there. And then this one is going to go here, like this. So I only want it to attach down here in these two pieces because I have to be able to put that photo in there, right? So I'm going to take and cut off the liner just on part of that, the bottom two there, and then just go really close to the outline of that sticker and cut it with the liner still on it. So when I put it on my page, it's going to stick in those two petals or leaves, but I'm going to be able to put put pictures underneath it, and then I will remove the rest of it when I get the pictures put in there. There we go. So now it's stuck there because it's attached. Let's get some adhesive on this. Oh, I forgot to show you that on the back of these things, they have not the stickers, but on the back of the die cuts, they have which page these go to. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I got adhesive on here, and I'm going to stick this on, and it's going to go right about. Oh, wait, not yet, not yet. Oh, shoot, it's stuck, and now it's pulling the page up. Oh, ah. Over a little bit more. Sure, let's just put it right there. Is it straight? It'll do. There we go. And there's our first page. All done. Except for this photo that I don't have 3x3 photos yet, so I'll have to print some out. So that's the first page. Now we're going to flip this over and we're going to make this page. Now this page is nowhere near as difficult because it doesn't have that interact or that fold over thing happening. Okay, and there's not many pieces to this. And grab the page. Show you the finished page. So there it is. And you put the photos up here. Now this one was supposed to be just a 3x3 photo like that, but my 3x3 photo wasn't big enough to get both of them in there. So because I just have a selfie printer and they print 4x6, and yeah, I'm getting a new one, but anyways. So I just overlapped it over here instead of having it separate. See how they've got it separated? You can make it your own. Nobody can tell you that this is the way you have to do it. Okay, so I'm going to take 1A and we're going to put adhesive on it. We'll see if I get this on here the right way. So what's the weather up there, Wendy? You getting snow yet? Okay, it goes this way. And it's going to, have I got the right side? Nope. Need the dark side. I'm going to line this up. And remember the other one was 3/4 of an inch over. And 3/4 of an inch over. There we go. Okay, now we have a 3x3 photo that's going to go right up, almost up against that there. And then another 3x3 photo beside it. And then this piece is going to go there. So I'll just move this over a bit. Okay, so they didn't put that right up against, they moved it over like that. And then this one is over like that. And then this piece is going to go there. I squished mine up so I could get those extra pages on there. And then this one is going to go here. And the red one is going to go here. And then the blue one goes over there. And that's where my journaling strips will be. So there's the layout for that. So I'm just laying out these pieces. Of course, I'm going to turn it around and use my ruler because, you know me, OCD. Where did I click? I may be OCD, but I kept losing things. Little snow, pretty cold and quite windy. I think we're going to get a lot of snow soon. Oh, well, of course, because I'm not up there anymore. Okay. So I want it 1/2 inch down. And 1/2 inch over for that one. And 1/2 inch over for that one. Now, are these the same size? Yes, it is. So that should leave me 1/2 inch. Look at that. It works. Yay! Don't you love it when things work out the way you want them to? How are we doing for time? Oh, just about out. So I'm going to do the other 4 pages in 2 weeks. Next week, I have my catalog launch party happening, so I will be live doing that. So don't forget to join me. It starts at 7 o'clock, right here where you are now. I'm going to be on my page, my VIP group, and on YouTube. And we're going to have some fun. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. Not that adhesive, this adhesive. Come on. I'm running out. When these things start running out of adhesive, they get really ornery. Okay, so this one, and I got to remember I'm looking at this upside down, so I don't want my lights this way. I want my lights this way. So 1/2 inch down and 1/2 inch over. And then we'll do the red one. Was there anybody else out there watching? Comment and let me know that you're there and where you're from. And if you are a scrapbooker or a wannabe scrapbooker or what the heck are you doing, woman? Okay, and this is the last piece going on here. So who out there is OCD like me and has to have things lined up? Now, these pieces here, these are for journaling. So I just cut those. These are 3 by 3. So I cut it at 2 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 3/4. 1, 2. Now you can print these on your printer. And if you use 8.5 by 11, then you can get them printed. I think it's time for me to change my blade on my printer or my trimmer here. You can print them out on your computer if you don't like your handwriting. But you would have to be more organized than I am. So I'm just going to put these on with some temporary adhesive, just so I can show you where they're supposed to go. And then you just line them up on here. Like that. And this will give you an area to do your journaling. So you can say things like, Maggie is 3 years old. Blake is 9 years old. We were playing games with Papa and Blake. Oh my goodness, that guy, he wins all the time. Doesn't matter what you play with him. And he tried to get me into, oops, didn't work out. Oh well. Tried to get me into chess this year. There is no way I'm doing chess. Our local grandson, Cameron, he's really into chess too. And he tries to get me to play chess all the time. Nope, I don't want to learn chess. I'll play checkers. I'll play card games. I'll play all sorts of stuff. I will not do chess. There we go. So that's our journaling section. And then we have a strip of this. So we're going to cut that at 7 inches. So that's on the sticker sheet. So that's this strip here. So I'm going to measure over 7 inches from the edge. And I'm just going to mark it so I know where to cut it. So this folds up like this. Scissors. Oh yes, that ruler, I tell you, saved my buns more than once. I use it all the time for making cards too. Okay, now this is just going to go right here at the bottom, about 1/2 inch up. There we go. Now we want the big tree and the little tree and the laying down gear. So we're going to make this, and I can stick them right down because it's not going to interfere with any picture that I decide to put on there. It's going to go right below there, and then we'll put the little deer right there. Perfect. Oh well, should have been up down a bit more, but that's okay. Okay, and there we go. There's our second page. So now, if I take this and put this up against the one I did earlier, then see how these match? And it's a continuous layout. And there's a picture goes on the other side, another horizontal picture. So I think I've got one in here of Maggie and I at Denny's. So I will put some photo corners on and attach that photo right there like that. Where did I put my photo corners? So have you guys got any questions? Because that's the end of it for tonight. I'm happy that oh, you know what I should be doing on the back of these? I got to take them out because I should be putting on the writing on the back of these what these are. Is there any questions? So would anybody be interested in a scrapbooking evening? Not necessarily getting the scrapbook kit from me, because if you're a demo, you might as well order it from yourself. But we could get together and chit chat on Zoom and scrapbook. Do some pages together with kits. Anybody be interested in that? I'm sure I could find some time in my life to do that. The hardest part is getting these on here and then gluing them down so that the picture stays nice and straight. There we go. So there's breakfast at Denny's. Blake's favorite thing, Miss Maggie's favorite thing was going to the hotel where the pool was and Denny's. And Blake's favorite thing was Denny's for breakfast. My favorite thing, I'll show you. I'll show you my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing. I don't usually show pictures of my grandchildren. That's my favorite thing. Cuddles with my grandchildren. There they are in the hotel. They kept running. I had to keep telling them, don't run. All right. Sounds like fun, said Kathy. Right. So let me just flip this around so I can say good night and thanks so much for joining me. Got an itchy ear. I hope you have enjoyed the process to create these pages. So next week is the 12th, Sunday the 12th. That's my catalog launch party. So I hope you all join me. It's virtual and there's no commitment. Just come and have fun. See my projects, see some products. Hopefully my order would arrive. And that's a whole other story. Oh my God. And then in 2 weeks on Saturday, the 18th, Saturday the 18th, I'll come back, same time, same place, and we'll finish off the other 4 pages. They will go fast because I don't have to explain all the cutting and stuff to you. So my order, I have this order. It shipped from Stampin' Up in Utah, went to Idaho, 2 boxes, went to Idaho, back to Stampin' Up, headed on their journey up here, hit Vancouver, went into the Richmond warehouse. I thought, oh, this is going to take a while. They got on the boat coming over to Nanaimo that night, and they sat there. And then I had 8 emails on, yesterday was Friday, 8 emails on Friday that says, your package has been rescheduled. Your package has been rescheduled. So it was supposed to be here between 10 and noon. And then it was supposed to be here between noon and 2. And then it was supposed to be here between 2 and 4. And then it was supposed to be here between 4 and 6. And then it was supposed to be here between 6 and 10. And then I got one that says, nope, it's not coming. It's gone back to Nanaimo. What? My Jamie, my UPS Jamie is on holidays. Every time he goes on holidays, I have issues getting my orders. So, and it's got a bunch of new stuff in there that I want for Friday or for Saturday. So I hope it comes. Oh, Wendy says, thanks, Glenda. I never wanted to scrapbook, but maybe getting interested. It's fun, Wendy. My issue with scrapbooking is getting my ideas from here to there. It takes me forever. This, I don't have to think. It's all done for me. I put it together. I add my photos, put a little bit of journaling, and off I go. Grandchildren are the best. I agree, Kathy. All right. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you have enjoyed my video, please hit those emojis down there. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I am live usually 2 or 3 times a week. Lately, it's been like 6 times in a row. Eek! You're going to get tired of seeing me. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I won't be live tomorrow. I have a scrapbook class happening tomorrow. So I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time for a cool I don't know what the card is, but it's going to be nice. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and a great weekend. And I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.